So just when we thought Capital Games were finished with Knights of the Old Republic, they decide to drop the July roadmap.
And here we go.
So most recently we received a Grandmaster Yoda rework, and it left a lot of us scratching our heads like they're singing, does this mean the Jedi are finally coming back to Galaxy of Heroes? And I was so excited then, and in particular person, CG Capgas, posted on Reddit saying there is no further plans for a Jedi rework.
Hello darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
But he did not mention there was no plans of new Jedi to the game. There is still a very long time from now until the release of Star Wars Episode 9 for other eras to be added to the game like the Clone Wars, so don't be disheartened if you haven't got your favourite era as of yet. So for anybody that is unfamiliar to what a roadmap is, this is basically where a business wants to get from A to B, what their primary goals are within a set quarter or a duration of time. This July marks the 15th anniversary of Knights of the Old Republic. Has it been 15 years already? If you haven't already played this game, then definitely do. It's a little bit old now, but you can get the first one for free on the Xbox if you sign up for the trial. That is the free trial on the Game Pass, or you can pick both of the games up. Trust me, you want to play these games, you want to understand these characters, it's definitely going to get you more involved into collecting these characters. Or if you want to do what sometimes I do, go and check Wikipedia and check out their backstories. It is definitely entertaining for sure. Knights of the Old Republic was created by BioWare and delivered a deep, compelling role-playing experience filled with exciting new characters that were introduced into the Star Wars universe. This is a fact. This is where Revan comes from. To celebrate this anniversary, Capital Games will be adding some characters from that beloved era. These characters, the Jedi Padawan Bastila Shan, the Jedi Jolie Bindle, the Ruttian Twi'lek Mission Zeo, the Wookiee Zaubar, and the lovable utility droid BB-8. I mean the lovable utility droid T3M4. Wow, 2 Jedi characters. That's gonna go great with that Yoda rework. Man, I am super excited for this content. It's kind of like a dream come true, especially when I was making that Visa Mar and it kind of could lead to Micha Sharuk, and we could be getting Revan. We're definitely going to get Bastila Shan, so that's definitely got to mean something. I am truly excited. How excited are you guys? I definitely want to know in the comments below. Are you looking forward to it? If you haven't already, don't know what Knights of the Old Republic is, then make sure that you go and check it out. But this was not the only news in the roadmap. Maybe not as exciting for me, maybe exciting for you, but we're not going to be looking at the mod changes in this video. I will definitely leave a link in the description below, and I will follow it up with a mod video, so make sure that you do look out for that. But for this video alone, I want to go into more detail about who these characters are, what traits or perks could they have, and what could they bring the game that would make a difference for you. HK47 is the monthly login character, and he is also a companion within this group of new characters. This character, without a doubt, is going to receive a rework to synergize with the new additions coming to the game. Let's start by having a look at the 2 new additions, which a lot of people are going to be like, hey, some new Jedi, I'm game, I'm going to do Yoda. And that's what we're going to look at and see what they possibly could have as a kit, as an overall. Are they going to be an additional healer? Are they going to give buffs? Are they going to be a tanky taunter? And are they going to synergize with the Yoda rework? Bastila was known to have an exceptional gift with the Force with the use of ability of Battle Meditation. This Force ability increased her allies' morale while demoralizing her enemies. If this Force ability is implemented into Galaxy of Heroes, I would have to say that she would be able to give her team non-dispellable buffs like speed up, defense up, and offense up. while providing the enemy team with the opposite effects but are non-cleansable. Bastila could really be a counter to Darth Traya. I am personally hoping that this character is a Legends event, as we have not had any Legends event this year compared to last year where we had R2-D2 and Grand Admiral Thrawn. Bastila was extremely powerful in Knights of the Old Republic, and hey, this is another Jedi tag, so if you haven't already worked on your Yoda, start working on him, because I believe hand in hand these characters are gonna work even better than what Yoda currently is, and I would probably say to partner with them that you're gonna want to have characters like Hermit Yoda, and you also want to have a look at Visas Ma. I will talk about more about Visas Ma a little bit later in the video once we've got the new additions out of the way. So the second and final Jedi character is Jolie Ben Doe. This character treaded the fine line between the light side and the dark side of the Force. He was also known for using his signature move, and that would be Mind Trick. Mind Trick, as we've seen with Old Ben, removes turn meter and applies a good amount of debuffs. Jolie Bindle had fantastic survival skills, and how we could see that play in Galaxy of Heroes is that he could have a lot of health and a lot of defense. I don't personally think he's going to be an all-out attacker because he was known for using a lot of herbs to create medicine to heal himself and his allies. So I could see that playing in that he's going to be a bit part healer, maybe a taunter at a slight possibility, but nevertheless I think he's going to be a great addition for a Yoda lead. But Bastila could also have her own leadership. This is something that I cannot wait to see their kits. So let's move on to the next characters and see what they could bring to the game. Mission Veo is definitely a difficult one to analyze. In our terms, she was known as a hacker. She could slice her way into any terminal, any prison cell. She could do it. So that was the girl. I don't know how she would play out in Galaxy of Heroes, but if you're able to do all those things of slicing into terminals, then you're gonna have to have good stealth. So maybe that she's going to be able to provide buffs to allies, and she's gonna have stealth herself to protect. But there is her companion that was like her best friend, and that is Zalbar. I would expect them to have great synergy with one another. Zalbar had a lot of skills in physical combat, from ranging from Viroblades all the way to a bowcaster. He had a sheer amount of strength, and I would see this character in Galaxy of Heroes as being your attacking character, slightly different to the Clone Wars Chewie and going more in line with the veteran Chewbacca, because when Zalbar was angry, and if you angered him, he would get very, very deadly. And finally, there is T3M4. This is definitely one deadly little droid that if you underestimated, you're going to get a blaster bolt to the face, or you're going to be stunned and disrupted. How this character could play into this, similar to R2-D2, he may be able to buff the entire squad of the Ebon Hawk. Oh, did I say that? Is that going to be the next topic? But he was able to use blaster fire versus the enemies. All these characters were the crew of the Ebon Hawk, which was a ship similar to the Millennium Falcon. While that has not been mentioned, I definitely would think they would be adding the ship to Fleet 2.0. After all, it was a goddamn cool ship. But all these characters have something in common. They were companions of Darth Revan. Yes, Darth Revan. And Bastila was actually married, or gets married, spoiler alert, sorry there guys, gets married to Revan. That's not in the games, by the way, so I haven't spoiled it for you there. That's kind of like the canon side of the Old Republic of what happens after the game, so I didn't spoil it there, hopefully not. But if Padme was added to the game, it would definitely make hand-in-hand sense that you're going to have a hero's full journey of Anakin. Same as if C-3PO got added to the game, that's a journey to Jedi Luke. But boom, we've got 6 characters, including HK-47, that are going to be all in the game all at once. And that sounds like, to me, a road to Revan. So I am very excited to see the full kit of these characters. Definitely do not ignore them, and be prepared that there's big possibility gonna have a special event to get Revan from these characters. Furthermore, you've still got other characters like Darth Sion that was added, strangely enough, to an additional hard node. So I would try and finish up your Sith while you can, like Sith Assassin, a Sith Trooper, so you are prepared for any drops on a Legend event or a hero's villain's journey. Another addition to that, what was also part of Revan's journey, was Meecha Shuruk, and she was also the master of the turn to light side, Visa Ma. So work on them characters, because who knows, Visa Ma may get the Jedi tag added to her, which would be a great addition for the Yoda leadership and his Zeta, So with the new Jedis, we're going to definitely have to see how they fall hands in hands, how they're going to work together. But Bastila, I would say, in my opinion, is going to be a meta character, and we all know now that Traya is not the big cheese of the Heroic Sith raid, and it's the Gear 12 plus pieces, so we're most likely going to be seeing her get dethroned in the arena within the up and coming months of this quarter. If you've enjoyed this video, then please make sure that you do leave a like, and if you haven't already subscribed, then please definitely do, and turn on the notifications if you want to get notifications to your device. Thank you very much for watching today. I'm the Smithy D. May the Force be with you always.